So what is that one Singapore stock whereby the uptrend still looks really intact, and I've covered this stock many times over the past few months, and we have actually seen a bit more bullish actions coming in again over the past 2 weeks, right? So can there actually be a bit more upside? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier MyZero and trader in Philip Securities and chief trainer at Trading Impossible, right? So in today's video, I'd like to share with you just one stock, right? One of those Singapore stock that I really like. I've covered it a few times, and in fact we actually had a few bullish signals coming in from my system. There were like some bullish entry and then exit, and then we got like a new entry again. So what happened is we'll look at this stock again. I'll dive into the charts to see what it says, and we'll even dive into the system that I have to see what does it say. Does it show any like new recent bullish signal? Are there any exits? Where can we potentially head to and all that, right? So if you want to find out more on what this stock is, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because I think you're going to like what I got for you. So the stock that I'd like to share with you would be this company called IFAST. I'm not too sure whether you have heard it in some of my other videos before, but this is a stock whereby the uptrend really looks intact, and it has been like consolidating, but over the past few weeks it seems like we've come like push and break higher, and that's where the uptrend can potentially continue further, right? So this is IFAST right here. Before we even dive into the charts, currently trading about 9.74. Let me just show you what is this company doing. So it's pretty much a fintech firm that provides wealth management services. It kind of like offers access to different investment products like funds, unit trusts, bonds, and all that. All right, and this is what IFAST is doing. Right? So let's just dive into the chart, right, to see what is IFAST doing right now. So it's currently about 9.74 right here, 9.74, and let me just go to draw some horizontal levels right here. This was originally the consolidation phase. You can see we were actually consolidating, all right, since May, from like about $8. Let me just show you this, right? From about $8 all the way to maybe about $9.50, right? $9.50. You can see that was pretty much the consolidation phase. $8 to $9.50. It goes up, down, rebounded up, and eventually we kind of broke the $9.50 resistance level. And over the past few days, right, past 1 to 2 weeks, we have actually kind of like consolidated above this new, all right, this new resistance turn support level. So 950 was like the resistance level, and now is like the support level. Over the past 1 to 2 weeks, we are still holding above this 950, right? So that is pretty much the range for now, and you can see that each time it consolidates, it's always consolidating in this about $1 to $1.50 range. And even before we had this consolidation, we actually were consolidating as well. You can see right over here, this was like beginning of the year to maybe somewhere in May. All right, for about 4 months or 4 to 5 months, we were consolidating from like about $5.60 to about that $7 again, right? From about the $1 to $1.50 range. This is what we are seeing so far. As it consolidates, it pushes higher, it consolidates, it pushes higher, and now we are actually in this consolidation phase, which I would say probably about $9.50 to maybe about $10 to $11. So let me just go to draw some upside targets for you. As I say right now, $9.50 would be the new support level. And why 950? Because originally, as I say, 950 was like the resistance level, and it seems like we have kind of broken there. All right, and over the past 2 weeks, we are indeed holding above this 950. So it kind of like firms up this resistance as like a new support level. And you see from the moving averages, right, the mid to long-term trend really looks intact. I mentioned previously in a video a few months back, the red and the blue line, they're both sloping upwards very gently. All right, very strong prices holding above the red and the blue line. Of course, for the green line, that's like a short-term moving average. So it was like consolidating. You see, it was like consolidating, moving sideways, up a bit, sideways a bit, when it was actually consolidating from like May to somewhere around like mid of September. But over the past 1 to 2 weeks, as I say, right, this green line has started to flatten, and then it started to turn up. Right, so to turn up with prices big above this green line. So short-term wise, it is starting to look good again, especially when we broke that $9.50. So that would be the upside targets for IFAST, right, all the way to $10 first. So $10 is a psychological resistance level, right? We actually saw a bit of profit taking when we hit it there just last week. You can see some little bearish candle here whereby sellers kind of came back to push prices back down, but down doesn't mean like all the way down, right? We went back down to somewhere around the 950 support level, and that's where buyers started to come back in again to bargain hunt. Right, and why 950? Because as I say, 950 was originally the resistance turned support, and it's where buyers are starting to come back again. Right, so $10, a bit of psychological resistance level. If we can get past that level, I think that's where we can potentially see a bit more upside all the way to like maybe $10.50 to $11. So that would be, I would say, for IFAST in terms of the upside targets, right? So let's maybe take a look at the system that I have. If there are any bullish signals that have came out over the past few weeks, what does this say on my 1GT system? Okay, so this is IFAST on my 1GT, one good trend system that I have that kind of like alerted me to this counter in the first place since the beginning of the year. And we had a couple of like good bullish entry and exit signals, right? So let me just go ahead to do a quick brief right here. You can see somewhere around January there was a really good move. We got a bullish signal, started to push up from like about $3.50 all the way to about $6, and that's where it started to consolidate. As I mentioned, from like January to May, it was like consolidating about like a $1.50 range. So a couple of bullish signals right here, but then it started to really move up right here when it broke that 650. So good bullish signal, entry, an exit, another entry, an exit. And let me just zoom in right here. So this is the most recent, all right? We had like a new 1GT, all right? One good trend bullish signal on the 2nd of September, right? 2nd of September, we got a new bullish signal, and today is like the 27th of September, right? So about like, I would say about a month has passed, 3 weeks to a month have passed, started to push up. You can see right here, it's consolidating above the $9.50 that I talked about. So are there any like exit signal like we have seen previously? Like, whenever there's like an entry, you want to see an exit, and that's where we can potentially take some profit or take some money off the table as well, like what we see over here, exit and exit. So right now for this bullish signal that just came out on the 2nd of September, there are still no exit signals. So I think that there can potentially still be a bit more upside, as I say, right now, as long as we hold above the $9.50 new support level, which is what we're doing right over the past 2 weeks. Then right, it still looks good. It still looks good, whereby this bullish signal can still continue play out. You might eventually attempt to break that psychological $10 level. That is key, right? $10 is key for now. We want to really break that level firmly, right, before the upside really start to continue all the way to like maybe $11 first, and that's where some profit taking can come back again, right? So this is what it says on my 1GT system, right? We had like a new bullish signal just recently, about 3 weeks to a month back, and there are no exits for now. So yes, there we have it, right? So a lot of people have been asking me about IFAST, whether is it like still time to get it, and in fact we have covered it a few months back in May, right? And it was then around here, and people are thinking like it's a bit more expensive, because they have like gone up a bit. Could there be a bit more upside? Should we wait for it to like retrace back down to like maybe like $5, $6 or $3 before we get in again? But this counter has been showing a very, very good signs of an uptrend. So I doubt that it will actually retrace all the way back down for you to buy and then like come back up again. All right, so yeah, we have covered this counter many times over the past few months, and it seems like it's still strong. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to cover it again. And this is one of those stocks whereby you can think about putting in your portfolio, right, to really ride and maximize your profits in an uptrend, right? So if you like this video, all right, go ahead to give me a like. It will definitely help out the channel, and of course smash the subscribe button if you have not yet done so, so you will not miss out on any videos like this. So if you want to find a bit more on like the entire 1GT or one good trend framework behind this entire stock, like when to get in, when to get out, right, go ahead to click on the link below this video, right? There will be a link to kind of like register for like a web class whereby you can learn a bit more on the entire 1GT framework, and also how we use the system to guide us on entry and exit, like what we see over here, right? So go ahead to click on the link around this video, or maybe just below the video. That's where you'll find a link, register for this web class, and that's where you'll learn a bit more. And I look forward to see you real soon.